Welcome everybody to the seasonal diet, eating what our ancestors ate when they ate it like we were evolved to do. Welcome back everyone to Leafy Green Week. Late spring, early summer is the best season for the leafy greens, of course, depending on where you are in the world. Today we are speaking about kale. You all know it, it gained a ton of popularity really just in the past 10 years or so, but where is it native to and how long has it actually been in your ancestors' diet? Kale is believed to have originated in the eastern Mediterranean and Asia Minor region, with its wild ancestor being a non-heading form of cabbage. It was among the earliest cultivated vegetables that we know of, and it has been consumed for thousands of years. The first written records of what we think is kale comes from ancient Rome and ancient Greece, especially from works by Pliny the Elder from about 2,000 years ago, and it's also found in Greek medicinal books from the same time. And with most of the leafy greens, they were originally used more medicinally than for food. It wasn't until the Middle Ages that cultivation of kale was widespread in Europe, and especially in Northern Europe they liked it because they could stay alive and it could be harvested during the cooler months when a lot of the other fresh greens and vegetables died out. Especially in places like Scotland, it helped them get through some very hard and cold times, the Hunger Gap as it is called in Scottish history. Kale was also brought around the world and cultivated where the Europeans settled a bit later on in time, but it declined massively in popularity and it was really rarely eaten for a long time, and it wasn't until about 10 or 15 years ago that it started to become popular again, and now it's regarded as one of the superfoods you add to your green smoothie. So when kale is in top season, it's actually a lot more broad in season than the other leafy greens we're covering this week. Kale can be harvested in the spring, of course, like the other leafy greens, but even more so in the fall and even winter in some places, as it thrives in a bit cooler climate and moist soil. But for extended periods of time or severe cold or heavy freezing, that can damage the plants, so it can't survive in too cold weather, and not in too hot and too dry of a summer either. So it makes it perfect for the Northern European ancestral diet where most of you watching are from. So let us all know kale is a relatively old leafy green, but it still hasn't been in our diet as a main food source for a super long time. But hey, let us know. Where are you guys from? Is kale in any traditional recipes where you're from? Do you like it in anything? Any smoothies? Any other recipes? Let us all know.